Hey everyone, welcome back to Apollo Art Analysis. This episode would be checking out a piece by the digital illustrator known as Guillermo Arismendi. This episode we're going to be talking about this incredible visual energy, we're going to talk about the interplay of chaos and order, and we're also going to talk about the movement of texpressionism. So let's jump right into it. So whenever you first see this work, you're certainly going to be met in the center, right? We have a single subject kind of commanding the center region of the canvas and the spatial composition. It is no doubt a very striking introduction. It catches our attention instantly, and it kind of draws us to the central region of the spatial composition. And so, like I said, we see a subject set in center here, so of course it's always going to draw our eye towards the central region. It almost feels like everything revolves around this, and this also works alongside, of course, a light on dark contrast. We certainly see this, right? The darker background is that perfect neutral backing to allow form to intensify its visual impact to the highest degree possible. And so there's really no doubt that light drives the work at hand, right? Of course, we talked about that brilliant light on dark contrast certainly pops out and catches our attention. And aside from that, you have that interplay of light and dark, right? Even within the form of our main subject here, we have the play of light and dark as well, all very important when we're looking at this work. And so in the realm of color, we do have this main kind of various values of blue here set with this kind of grayish black as well. So that does create a very dual composition. Really that blue and that black are those two main tones that's going to draw our eye. And so there also is a sense of depth within the work at hand. Of course, you see what's very strange is these kind of two-dimensional lines come together to create an impressive depth. So we certainly see that if you're a, early art student or even a very matured art student, you've certainly worked with these kind of simplistic geometric forms. So we see how the artist uses that depth to, of course, frame the form and certainly draw the eye as well. It gives this illusion as if it's popping out on the canvas, so it just strikes right past the boundaries and just almost goes in every direction, but certainly conveys a sense of three-dimension or depth upon a two-dimensional surface. So that's also really important to note. And so I said, it is framed here, but at the same time, we have this incredible sense of texture, right? You have all of these kind of interwoven layers and almost scribbles going in every single direction. It's very reminiscent of Kandinsky, if you guys know the artist that I'm talking about. Very historic in that kind of expressionist worlds. But aside from that, like I said, this texture really gives us this incredible sense of vivid visual energy as well. You just see these endless layers. They almost remind of sparks in a way, right? And so this vivid visual energy, of course, invigorates the spatial composition. You're going to look at this. It's not only going to awaken you with these really bright and vivid colors, but it's also going to get the heart racing with this incredible sense of texture as well. So that's all really important when we're looking at this work. So like I said, there is this bit of energy within the work at hand, and this really is a sense of implied motion. It almost feels like there's light or raw energy just permeating and radiating past the form of our subject here. It even seems to kind of pop past the spatial composition. We can almost imply that these just keep going straight out of the canvas. So it just jumps right at us and certainly bids for our attention in a masterful display here. And so we see the artist, the title of this work is Imaginary Lab Samples. So we see this idea of working with a fragment within a lab or some type of experimentation here. So we certainly see that for sure, right? We have what appears to be some type of container trying to contain this very chaotic and energetic subject here. This could be this kind of lab that we're working with. And so with that in mind, the artist is really working on this kind of chaos and order, right? As an artist in general, you're always trying to create chaos. Of course, you have the image in your head or as a vision that comes to you, and you're trying to put it into some type of order on the canvas at hand. But even within this work, we see, even the results of an ordered composition can still feel quite so really nice work. It certainly catches the eye and it immerses us with this very vivid, it's very energetic, and of course geometric theme here for sure. So this artist is part of the movement of texpressionism, so that was originally coined by Colin Goldberg. And texpressionism really is meant to kind of define any experience of emotion conveyed through a technological medium of expression. So the artist Guillermo Arismendi is a texpressionist, so we see some of the works coming from the texpressionist realm. This is going to be, I believe, our 10th addition to the texpressionism gallery. We're just slowly building that up. We have a bunch of artists to get to. There's a lot really working within that medium, but we certainly see that here. Just an amazing texpressionist piece coming from the original artist Guillermo Arismendi. And so this is a digital painting, so also known as the digital illustration. So this was created, drawn on a 2D screen with a stylus or a mouse or anything that's really used for that. So we certainly see that here, whether it's all these different layers, you can create a scene very reminiscent of traditional paint, although you have the undo feature and you have all these additional tools as well. So digital illustration, also known as digital paint, is a very underrated medium in my eyes and very likely the most widespread medium in digital art today. And so the artist actually minted this piece. This is a one of one on the super rare art market within the Ethereum blockchain. So if y'all want to check out the original artist, and support the artist directly, this is available upon the Ethereum blockchain. So check out the super rare art market. This is going to be a one of one edition. So there is only one of these minted, so you can have that one of one, and no one else is going to have the piece at hand. So I hope y'all enjoyed today. We talked about this geometric form here. We talked about, the absence and this inability to kind of contain this amazing energy at hand. We talked about text expressionism, digital illustration, and everything in between. I'm not on my original setup right now, but I still wanted to kind of study this and get this out, so I hope the quality was still up to date. If y'all enjoyed this episode, go check out the original artist, Guillermo Arismendi. If y'all did this piece, you could even purchase it upon the Ethereum blockchain to support the artist directly. So hope y'all enjoyed today. My name is Apollo. This was Apollo Art Analysis, and I'll see y'all on the next episode. We hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you'd like to support our work directly, please check out our Apollo community tokens. Apollo Art Exchange is an ecosystem of art appreciation which elevates artists each and every day. Thanks for listening.